Um, yeah. What was I going to say? Shannon, one of the other girls in our team cup, she and you are very similar. Like you're both, everybody's driven, but she's doing really well as well. Hello, who's there?
Hey, it's
Shannon,
me.
I was just talking about you.
I didn't see that
Jody,
you had posted it with the number.
that's okay. No, that's okay. Sorry, my cat, my dang cat, is always attacking me in my videos. Uh, no, I was just telling Jody that you are a very motivated person. So when you were both wanting to be on a team cup, I'm like, okay, cool, this is good because you guys might work well together. Um, and you're both working full time and you have the same type of goals. So I think that's really cool. So how are you doing, Shannon?
I am good.
Yeah?
Good.
Is it your birthday today?
Yeah.
Happy birthday!
Yay, happy birthday.
Yes, I can't believe you're on a call on your birthday. That's dedication.
Going on.
You don't have much going on? Not
Nah,
tonight?
my all week, so I'm just home by myself.
Yeah. Did you guys celebrate this past weekend or will you celebrate this coming weekend?
Well, we're planning on this coming up weekend, depending on how our taxes go.
Yeah.
I mean, together we went. We kind of just stayed. We'll see how. We're hoping we get on our taxes.
I think you're breaking up. I can hardly hear you.
It's okay.
It's okay. All right. Okay, well, let's get going since it's already 9 our time. Um, so, what I suggest we do is start working. My cat literally just laid all over my desk. Like he's on top of everything, just laying down. Hey, Acorn. Look at him. I'll turn it around. He's laying on my desk. Okay. So for Team Cup, I personally am taking today as like I'm acting like today is day one. You know, it's a Monday. I am jumping right in. And what's exciting about Team Cup is you work together as a team, so you kind of motivate each other. So I really want us to work together and check in daily with our group page that I just created. It's just called Team Cup. Super simple. And just say what you did that day. I will be working from these to-do lists, so I printed off. These are the ones I think, Jody, you have them.
Yep.
And I posted about them in their team page. I can create a file too, but I'm going to be working from these lists every single day. But I also wanted to show you guys another thing that I do every month that is, I kind of got away from it the last 2 months, but I really like it. This is a sheet of paper with 100 circles on it, okay? And I call it my 100 no's. I just literally made this up. Like it's just handwritten. And every month I try to get to 100 no's. What I've noticed last month and this month, I've been struggling to hit Success Club, and I haven't been doing this. And how this helps me is when we're talking to people all day, a lot of times we feel like we're getting a lot of work done. Like, okay, I've talked to this many people today, I've invited this many people. But really, what really makes a difference is when you get to the point in the conversation where they have to tell you a decision. Like, yes, I'm ready for this, or no, not right now. I don't have the money, etc. And if you're not getting to that point where they're telling you yes or no, then you're really not getting far enough in the conversation. So having this sheet, whenever somebody tells me no, I just write their initials in there. You know, I don't like use this as a tracker. I throw it away at the end of the month. It's just for me to know, okay, I've gotten 10 no's already. That means I've gotten 10 conversations all the way through to where they actually say yes or no. Because otherwise we feel like we're talking all the time, and if we're not actually getting to that point in the conversation where they're like really serious, then we're not talking to enough people. So that sheet really helps me just stay on track and know that I'm I'm getting to a place. And usually by the time I hit 30 no's, I'm at Success Club. So usually 10 no's equals 1 yes, is like the average that I've found. So that's really helpful just to kind of see if you're only at 4 no's and you're halfway through the month, well, that's why you're probably not having success yet. So by doing that, you'll create more income, and you're going to create more team culture, and it's going to be exciting. You're going to get told no a lot, but that's just the nature of the game. It'll get less and less as you go, but it's super, super helpful to just kind of track that kind of stuff. So make sure you're tracking what you're doing every day, and just post about it every day. And I just got off a call with Leslie, Anita's coach, and she is running a 6-figure earners group, like a whole bunch of us that are like going for that push this year. And this is exactly what we're doing in that group. These checklists. It is nothing fancy. There's nothing. That's how Leslie has built her business. That's how Anita has built her business, is by doing these basic things every single day without fail. And it takes me literally 1 hour to get through the daily sheet. Like I can pound that stuff out in an hour. And then the other stuff it takes, like posting and stuff, I can do in between things. So it doesn't take a lot of time. It just takes consistency of showing up every day. So I want you guys to really push yourself and dedicate yourself to show up every single day and not miss a day. February, luckily, is only 28 days long. So it's like, okay, let's do this for 28 days. If you do it for 7 days and you come to me and you say, well, nothing's changed, I haven't noticed anything, I'm going to say, but it's not day 28 yet, because it takes longer than a week to get this flow going. So commit to yourself and realize that it's worth it. All of this work that you put into it will pay off. I had to believe that. It's like a blind faith. It's almost like believing in God. You have to believe it even though you can't see it until it happens. And that's really hard. So just continue to believe it, continue to do the work, and it will happen. On those hard days, though, you need to have a strong why. You need to have a reason why you're doing this. And a lot of times people say, well, my reason is because I want to help people, or I want to help. Like for me, I love helping people build up their confidence. But that doesn't drive me. What drives me and what makes me work is a pain point, something that causes me pain. For me, it's, well, right now, I do this full time, so this is my income, so I have to. If I don't do it, I'm like, well, then we can't pay the bills. So that drives me. But with people building confidence, when I hear a story about somebody who is like getting bullied or just doesn't feel good about themselves, it makes me work harder. And it's because it hurts my heart. I'm like, okay, I want to help these people. So find something that causes you pain and makes you want to better yourself, and make that your why. And inspiration and motivation is really, really cool, and it can help some days, but on the days that you don't want to do anything, you need something that's going to force you to work. If you're trying to get out of debt, for us in the beginning, my cat, that was my biggest thing, is I wanted to get out of debt. So I had like a spreadsheet, on my wall of how much debt we had, and crossing those numbers off, and just looking up and seeing that number of how much money we still owed was painful enough for me to get my butt down and work. So whatever your why is, some people hate their job. So going to work every day is painful. So they come home and they want to work more because they don't like their job. Those are good pain points. But find your why, find out why you are doing this, and then find a pain point to go with it. Something that makes you uncomfortable enough to make you want to work. Because on those days that you're lazy and you don't feel like it, we all have those days, you're going to need something to poke you and get you going again. And it's not going to be something like, I want to help people lose weight, because you're going to be like, I don't care. It's got to be something that is painful to you, painful enough to get your butt off the couch and go work out or go do your power hour, whatever. So that's my little tip for you guys for tonight is make sure you have some kind of tracker. I'll put these in our little group page too. I know Jody has them. Shannon, have you seen these yet? Trackers that I probably saw them, but I'll put them in our little group so that you can have them. And start tracking every day, check in every day, and really start thinking about your why and what you're looking for, what drives you, and dig into that. Like dig in and go. Another little analogy that I like to use for consistency is I used to watch the show The Biggest Loser, and in one of the episodes, they had all of the contestants had to put on this harness, and they had to pull a car around a track, and with all just themselves. And it took them a long time. Like they put this harness on and they had to dig their feet in and grunt and pull to get that car moving. And it just very slowly just started to move. And as it started to move, they would gain momentum and it would continue to move. And then it got faster and faster where they didn't hardly have to pull. The car was just moving. Okay. Now, if they stopped, that car would stop and then they would have to start all over, putting their feet in and pulling, and it would take forever to get it moving again. It's the same thing with this business. If you show up every single day, it's going to take a while to get everything moving. But once it gets moving, it moves. It's just like a current, in a river. But if you stop and you take a week off, then you're right back at square one and you got to get going again. And so for me, that keeps me going too. On the days that I don't feel like it, I'm like, oh, I gotta just do the minimum at least to keep this car moving. So there's a couple things to think about, and just think about your why and what drives you. So what are your goals this month, Jody, or for February? Not for January, for February.
For February, I would like to hit Success Club 10.
Ooh, you can do it.
Yes.
You can do it, especially with the all access. I mean, that's 3 points every time you sell one. So
yeah.
And $70. So that's pretty cool too. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
And, yes. And I would like to, so then I would like to get March's challenge group loaded up. And then also mid-February, maybe not even mid-February, maybe next week, I'd like to start another free eating group or free something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. You did really good with your free group this last time for sure. And you can keep that same group and keep adding people to it. So you don't have to move people around, because that gets hard after a while.
Okay.
And then you have just access to all those people, which is nice. What about, have you considered signing up coaches? I mean, obviously you were just talking to me about your one challenger friend.
Yes.
So if you sign up 2 coaches, 1 on each leg, then you're an Emerald coach. So keep that on your radar too, especially now that you have challengers that are joining you. And once you're an Emerald, then you get leads from the company. Shannon knows all about this too. So in our group, we can talk about once we all start getting there, because the other 2 girls also have similar goals where they want to get Emeralds. So it'd be really cool if we could all add 2 coaches this month and move our business forward. That would be really exciting. So let's brainstorm and talk to each other about it,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What about you, Shannon? What are your goals for February?
Well, of course, SC10 is nice, but I was thinking as long as I hit SC5 or above, I was for to sell 3 of those packs. So I was thinking, even if I just hit 9, I know 10 would be optimal, but I was just thinking. I was thinking more of the terms of 3 of the.
Yep.
passes.
Totally.
And then, I mean, at least one coach. Two would be great, but at least one.
Yep. Yeah. If you're selling 3 challenge packs and one of them signs as a coach, that's a really good month. And that's a really good goal for sure. Yes. Cool. Awesome. My goal is SC10 at least. And I would like to sign 4 coaches next month, but I'm recruiting heavy. And I'm doing this full time. So don't base your goals, don't think that, oh, I have to do what Jill does, because that's not the case at all. But those are my goals for February. And we'll have to ask the other 2 girls what theirs are. So are the prizes cool? Are you guys excited for those?
Yeah, those are pretty neat.
Yes. I like that they're tiered.
Yeah.
So you can get like 2 or 3 of them, and even, the top 10 teams have even cooler prizes plus all the tiered stuff. So if we get really working, we could hammer that out for sure. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thank you guys so much for getting on. I'll post the recording and I'm going to post those trackers in there. And biggest thing is just hammer down. Let's get this going. Right?
All right. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you guys. Have a good night.
All right. You too.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.